Alright. So, what the heck? Whoa! Controller, please. Sorry, that was my controller. I turned it on and then I guess it turned off and I was like, oh no. Let me just... Well, let's go over to... Yeah, here. Right? Yeah. And like I said, I'll stop the video I'm watching so we can... So I'm trying to get these 2, 3, 4. Alright. And I have not grabbed any of them here, so that means that it's a clean area. When the bill comes due. Say, aren't you the one who was stirring up a fussy town not long ago? I could use a capable hand like yours if you'd be willing to lend it. The name's Tonizon. I'm not from around here, truth be told. I live in Luwatsawatsa, but I'm here visiting my grandson. I was excited to see him after so long, but then I spied him dealing with some unsavory looking man, exchanging unusually large sums of money. I confronted him about it when I saw, but he'll say little more than, it's just a misunderstanding, then grumble as he changes the subject. I realize this is sudden, but could you see if there's anything to be done to help him? He's in trouble, I just know it. Oh, a weight's been lifted off my heart. Bless you, sir. His name's Zete Zigtekwa. Last I saw him, he was heading inside this here saloon. The Tanawada with the red cap pulled down over his face to cover those bruises, most likely. Can't miss him. A new face in town? Ugh. Well, what can I do you for? Thinks I'm in trouble, does he? There he goes, jumping to conclusions as usual. I thought it'd be less of a hassle if I didn't tell him. Truth is, I've been helping other folk in town with their money troubles. Matter of fact, the man you saw leaving just a moment ago is one of my clients. I should probably explain from the beginning. My work involves loaning gil to folks having trouble with coin for one reason or another. There's a reason I don't lend them pale. But I'll get to that in a moment. My family's lived here long before there was ever a town here. But then people moved in and they started expanding. Before long, Kamika's family approached us about selling our land. It was around the time when trade overseas was gaining in popularity. I had it on good authority that gil was on its way to becoming common currency here in the wilds. When I decided to sell the land for gil and use those funds to start my business. Sure enough, everything went as expected, and the business has started doing well. It's not without its troubles, seeing as money is involved, but I never lend to unsavory types. Your grandfather's worried sick of it. Why not simply explain this all to your grandfather? Oh. The whole point of me keeping quiet was so I wouldn't make him worry. Use my silence when he made things worse. He found himself in a real tight corner once. Gil's what got him there, and now he wants nothing to do with the stuff. When I told him about my idea to sell the land, the moment Gil came out of my mouth, mood turned sour. He said he put everything into my name. What happens after that is on me. It's not exactly easy to bring up my work when it involves the one thing he seems to hate more than anything. Maybe it's time I change that. His job does more than just put food on the table. I'm able to help people, help this town, but how do I get him to see that? Got it. You're going to come and watch me work. Grandpa won't hear anything I have to say if it involves Gil, but he might come around to a first-hand account from you. So come and see what good my work does for Hasosawara, and how I help the people here. He did send you here to help me, didn't he? I promise to make it worth your while. Yay! Yay! Right, before we get started, I should probably know who it is I'm working with. I don't know. One. Our first job is go to see a miner named Wakazi. He had a pretty bad accident on the job a while back. Had no money for treatment, or much of anything really, so I loaned him the gil he needed to keep on his feet. But now it's well past time he returns what he owes, and he hasn't said a word. It's been time enough for him to not only return back to work, but also receive his wages several times, in fact. Comes here into town when he's not working, and his shift ends soon. Meet me just outside of town. If we're lucky, we can catch him just as he arrived. So you became... The way he turns it, the way he says it, it sounds genuine, but it's also known as a loan shark. And he gives people money and then they owe him. You're here for the money? I was going to pay honest, I just mixed up the dates. Can we settle this later? I'm busy. I know you're lying once again. Wakazi. And you're not going anywhere until you look me in the eye and tell me you're late paying me back. He's hiding something. But I'm not looking for some trouble. Is there anything you do to persuade him? Maybe a little flex to show we're serious. Like I said, it's a loan shark. Gotta flex. Guys, look at those arms. And those impossibly chiseled neck muscles. Excuse me, fine. Just put all that away. That's all I'm here. And with interest. If you had the money, why go through all the trouble to avoid me? When I was still on the mend, my lady friend took really good care of me. I wanted to buy her something fancy to thank you, and well... I understand, really I do, but if you really want to make her happy, you need to get your life together. I'm willing to give you a loan one last time, but we're gonna have to talk about how to manage your savings first. You're right, what good am I to her if I'm out on the street without a gil, even a pal to my name? I'll give her some thought, and we can talk later. I can't blame him for wanting to show his appreciation to a loved one. but he's no excuse to get carried away with his spending. So, what do you think of my job? The money I loaned him paid for his treatment and supported him through his recovery. That has to count for something, right? Seemed like more of a happy accident. It's a man. As always, our next client. When you're ready, we could be on our way. Oh, thank goodness. Dun dun! Dun 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 dun! Sorry. Can I? Yeah, can I have some zoom out moment, huh? I've gone past it. So each town has one. Okay. The next town is over here. So I can grab this one and okay. So yeah, I can go grab that. The dome. I can stop into town and do that quest and then go grab a couple of these. Don't you stare. Oh! It's not a... Oh, that's interesting. It's not a... Hmm? Meeting of the spirits. Welcome, traveler. I wonder if while you're out exploring, you might be able to do me a small favor. There's a cave network nearby where my daughter has gone to offer her prayers. Gotten the all-important fish oil candle. I would take it to her myself if it weren't for this terrible pain in my foot. Oh, it hurts something fierce, does it? It does. You think you could give her this candle for me? Oh, how ironic. I have to go over there because that's where... Is it that one? Or is it up here? Yeah! That's exactly where it is. That one of the ether currents as well. How ironic. What am I doing? Well, this just makes my life easier. I mean, you're me out on a quest to a spot where I would have had to go anyway. What the heck can I help you with? Whatever it is, I'm awfully grateful to you and to my ma for realizing I'd forgotten to bring a panda. You see, these caverns are sacred ground where we come to pray to our ancestors and the more recently deceased. These flames provide the living a way to commune with the dead. Next to you, I could light a candle of my own and say a little prayer. Here, maybe you could stand before the flame and offer a few words to your departed loved ones. Uh, doesn't matter where you're from. All spirits are welcome here, living or dead. Where is it? Like when the quest are quick and easy. Welcome back. I'm guessing you were able to find my daughter? No doubt in our usual spot? You never was one to do things the easy way, you know? But you're a stickler for traditions, as she is. She actually works for the railway company. Still, I gotta hand it to her. She manages to work towards a promising future without losing sight of her roots. I'm sure I'm proud of her. But don't tell her I said that, will you? I don't want her getting a big head or nothing. I'd say me and that daughter of mine have taken up enough of your time, but it was also nice meeting you. Thanks a million for helping us out. Okay, so I can actually. Now this one I can teleport. I'm gonna ease. Before I do the quests, well, actually, I'll do the quest here, and then grab what I need to. A bad case of the Blue Devils. Oh, Lord. Hey, you traveler. You came down here the Toileolo Trail, right? Happened to see a woman on the road? Maybe nursing a limp, sore head, or some such? No sign, huh? I work here at the refinery. Means I now have a problem. It's a friend of mine. Kanamini. She set out for Toyota not long back, but only her Rognik returned, pulling an empty wagon. Was thinking the animal just got spooked or something by something. Said Kanami sprawling in the dust and hightailed it back here. But if you didn't see her, hey, you could go and take another look, could you? I'd go myself, but I'm 2 hands down as it is. Friend. She was taking a cargo of solarium to Toroyo Put our little trail head. You know the way, right? Let's take the road southeast from town. You'll be somewhere along the way. If you find her, tell her to get her hide back here as quick as she can. We've got work to do. Well, that might be a problem if she's injured or something. Oh, I can grab this one at least. Put it, grab it. Oh. You could have put it at the top. That would have been interesting. Ah, finally. You don't know how good it is to see a friendly face. Oh, thank you, God. He's gonna dock my pay, isn't he? Well, at least the brunt in the bag and made it back. A good thing it all happened after I dropped off the Cerurium, too. Don't want to think how much the company would charge me if I lose the load. Maybe that's what the beast was after. I didn't tell you about the beast, did I? I was just out from the trailhead when it sprung up on us out of nowhere. Naturally, my Rornik bolted. Managed to hold on this far, but I eventually lost my grip and took a dirt bath. Still, it could have been worse. At least I didn't break anything. And it was you that found me, not the beast. Speaking of, you didn't see it on your way down here, did you? A horrible blue blobly thing. What is that? Is that Cerurium turned into a lime? It's like that. Oh God, it's the beast that found me. It was a lot more aggressive down the trail by the trailhead, I swear. Why isn't it attacking? Give it a moment. I guess it took one look at you and lost its appetite. No. I think what it is it's attracted to a Cerurium. Partner, I've lived here my whole life and never seen anything like that blue blob before. But others have. I heard about them from my fellow tappers. Like Cerurium with skin, they said. Started showing their ugly faces a few years back, prowling around by the wells. I reported it to the foreman, but they weren't interested. The way they consider it, so long as we've still got our limbs attached, the blobs aren't a threat. But they damn well better change their mind about them now. If it's not enough that one of their best employees could have been killed, they could have lost a wagon load of Cerurium. You come back to the company office with me? They can't wave it away so easily if both of us are telling the same story. Come on, let's head back to these springs. Let's go. Excuse me while I go butcher everything in this. Butcher every word imaginable in this expansion. why I'm driving. I could have teleported in way faster. Well, we're hearing home at last. For a moment there, I didn't think I'd see the old place again. And I can tell you right now, I'm not taking another wagon out until the company tells me exactly what they're going to do to protect their precious employees from those rotten blobs. That's true. Should have had protection regardless of those blobs. That's the thing. Because there's other things out here. Yeah, let me go this. Yeah, let me go this way instead. So the last one. Okay. That helps. That makes this a lot better than knowing that it's up there. Where I can just use the etherite and be done. What the? Oh, nice try. Here. Come on. Here we are. Just because it will be a little bit faster also, I might grab the final two as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab the final two. Since they're around. Well, actually, I can just zip right in here and then go around the entire mountain that's over here. $25. Sleeper. Oh, Med Traveler, have you perhaps seen a Rugnick calf around here? I spotted a youngster south of Lake Torai. It seems like they've gotten separated from their kin. With all the hungry fiends that roam the area, the poor beast doesn't stand much of a chance without someone to protect it. The thing is, I'm just not cut out to defend it from any would-be predators. You, on the other, seem more than capable of handling yourself. Would you be willing to seek out the calf and escort it back here? In my stead, they ought to be somewhere to the south of the lake. So yeah. Oh, this is a lake. This isn't a mountain. Oh, this changes everything. That'll make this whole thing 10 times easier. If I knew that, I would have actually grabbed this here. I have to remember that lakes have a different color on the map that tell you they're lakes or water. Because water you can swim in. There it is. Ooh. As you expectedly exert the launch should you cloud. Where? Ah, there you are. Yay. You returned the cap. What a relief to see the visceral harm. You'd be surprised how often Ronix calves go astray. In many cases, they fall prey to some fiend. It's not just the way of nature. Though if you manage to get there before the fiends and raise a calf from a young age, they make for excellent beasts of burden. I'm not suggesting I go as far as to kill a calf's parents to single one out. Yet I do make it a point to try and to rescue any stragglers I happen across. The way I see it, that's as much part of nature as any other fate. It could be me. Thank you, traveler, for bringing me this one back safe and sound. I shall do my utmost to care for it. And now let's go get our last one. Which is over here. Go up. Yeah, and there it is. All I had to do was turn around. And that's it. That's all of... There you go. Shaloni is now done. So here's what I'm going to do about this now. I'm going to go to Heritage. Yeah, Heritage Found. What I'm going to do is do the quest for them. So it can be out of the way. And then I'll... Wait, no, there's two here and there. One. Add it. Do I just... How do I get the that? Yeah, I think I can do these in 20 minutes. What do we got? He who remembers. Now here's a face I haven't seen around these parts before. Are you for a moment of your time? You see, a member of our group have been making frequent trips up the hill to the graveyard. I suspect there's a problem, but he doesn't seem willing to talk about it. Not to us, anyway. A stranger willing to lend a friendly ear, however, may convince him to open up. If it's not too much to ask, will you travel out to the names late and speak to him? The man you're looking for is a Shitona, like myself. I find it odd that there are people here that are like, hey, can you talk to this person you know nothing about for us? You know, invade this person's privacy for us to find out what's wrong with them, what their problem is, instead of, you know, just asking directly. And I know before anyone says, oh, but they do ask, and apparently they don't want to talk about it. It's like, well, you keep asking. I know, they just send you out, a stranger, just to be like... I must admit, it's not the sort of place one expects to make out of a conversation with strangers. Are you one of those travelers from beyond the barrier everyone's been talking about? That explains why I haven't seen you around. Let me ask you something, outsider. Have you ever visited a grave to pay your respects? Yes, more times than you can count. Character-wise. Honoring the dead is a common aspect of many cultures, I suppose. In that case, perhaps you could help me with something. Take a stroll around the area, and if you happen to spot any particular grimy gravestones, you wipe them off. It's a lot of work for one man alone, so your assistance will mean a great deal to me. There'd be stories here, folks. Mm-hmm. Those gravestones look much better now, thanks to you, or perhaps I should say name slates. Too bad the grave names are all written in Alexandria. I can't make heads or tails of them. You know about the regulators people wear these days? Whenever someone dies, every last memory of their existence is erased. As an unfortunate consequences, this graveyard has been all but abandoned. But I'm gonna fix that. What else am I to do? Stand idly by and let the headstones be lost to time? No, if no one else wants to give a damn, then it will have to be me. In Tyrol, I was taught to honor the dead, but here I am in the minority. Most seem content to forget and trust their memories to the cloud. That's why I can't talk about it with the others. They wouldn't understand, not like you do. Thanks again, stranger. He is right. It is kind of insane how this place works. No. Breast testing. Pardon me, adventurer, but might I trouble you to lend me your aid? I found myself in a rather troublesome predicament. Earlier today, we were sent a soldier and asked to test out its improved combat victory. I asked a hunter to take it out on patrol, but not long afterwards, I lost contact with them completely. I know the signal is weak out there, but it can't be held. I can't help but worry something may have gone terribly wrong. But look at you, you can handle your fair share of danger, yes? Could you go out to the Thunder Yards to see if you could find them for me? Sure. Auntie knows best. So this is the... Oh, Shalom. What am I going to do with you? I keep telling you to take a hunter with you when you leave town. Oh, visit Her Majesty's guest. Did you enjoy your tour of Yapui's Halo? I was told you even helped set the water distribution system to rights. You know, I could really use someone with your talent right now. The woman in charge of that very farm just left for the wilderness without a bodyguard. Seems to me she's investigating something. But that's no reason to put herself in danger. Last I heard, she was seen walking up the hill to the east of the farm. Could you go and make sure she's alright? If you're looking for a young Shitone, the name of Shaloshi. Now, off you go, and thank you, dear. Ah, that's right. Nice, reduce rates and heat the battle. The FC buffs are now back up. Good. Just let me... Weird. You saved my life for a moment there. I thought I'd have to use my regulator. Now I somehow doubt an adventurer like you so happened to be passing through. That researcher sent you to find me, didn't he? I better head back to his... Okay. You may as well come and join me. I'm sure he'll want to know you're safe. No, I got something I gotta do here first. Before I do go back. Huh. Gods be good. That was the last of my soul cells. I could have really died there. Thanks Thanks for your help, by the way. So, what brings you out here to the middle of nowhere? And see, Nakindi set you up to me? This makes two people who just saved my life. Did you mind coming with me to see her? I want to know, or to know I'm safe and grateful besides. Hmm? Alright, that makes so much easier. The hunter told me everything. Put the back of my head. Thank you for such swift action. These soldiers require energy gathered from lightning. And yet lightning also proves to be their weakness. Really, it's a nasty jolt in the thunder yards and went berserk. Apparently it took a nasty jolt in the thunder yards and went berserk. Honestly, why are they tinkering with offensive output when they could be correcting this glaring flaw in the design? Rest assured, the engineer in charge will hear all about this in my report. Sorry for the trouble. I hope this small token will suffice as compensation. Yeah, it is kind of odd that it's powered by lightning and yet at the same time, knowing that lightning is everywhere, it somehow malfunctions when hit like lightning. Instead of having it absorb it or something. Welcome back, dear. I can't thank you enough for rescuing this poor, reckless fool of a girl. You're not my child anymore. You're not a child anymore, Shalom. At your age, now what do you say to the kind stranger who saved your life? I know I've already told you once before, but thank you truly. I'm Shaloshi, and I'm in charge of Yapari's Halo. To tell you the truth, I'm still learning how everything works. I'm used to be an electric engineer. For some reason, government is here. The government reassigned me. None of the farm's coin keeper. Or resident nag, depending on who you ask. Might we get to know your name, hero? Ronald. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? That's the name you best not forget, Shala. You'd be dead were it not for him. Now, why in the world would you leave the safety of the outskirts all by yourself? You've been acting so strangely of late. It's clear you're hiding something, so what is it? There really is no getting anything past you, is there? Fine, I'll explain. Is that but to keep it a secret for now, alright? Because I noticed that the farm's harvests have been shrinking year over year, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. The staff are doing great work, and as a former engineer, I can say for certain that the equipment is all in proper working order. I even checked the pylons, and the readouts were totally normal. But I know there's a problem, and the longer we wait, the worse it will get. In a few years, the crops may stop growing entirely. Something has to be done. Well, it sounds serious. I appreciate you taking the initiative to solve it, but I worry about you, Solo. I can't have you putting your life in danger. Oh. Oh, would you be willing to help her look into the matter? Yeah. As an outsider, your idea of normal is sure to be different from ours. I reckon a fresh set of eyes would be able to spot something we can't. She's right. I could certainly use an unbiased perspective. Would you please help me, Ronald? Right then, with that settled, I think what you two need is a good meal. Have a seat in your hand, over 6 you fresh vegetables. I do not have time for that. Got it. Last one. And hopefully this is a short one. Like just a small one. It's just like, hey, do this thing. Oh, thank you. Have a nice day. What is that? Hey, do you have a moment? If you're headed south, I would ask a favor. My friend went out to study the plant life and hasn't been back. He has a habit of getting absorbed in his work and losing track of time. Last I saw him, he was headed southeast of here. If you could just check in on him, I really appreciate it. Oh, we can do that. Oh. Fuck, I'm not going. I guess we go this way. Oh no. You were gonna come over here. That can be a waste of time. Now this is a fascinating succulent. Its development is clearly abnormal. Proof, perhaps, that this species has adapted to its new environment over time. Oh, stranger, what are you doing here? For that matter, what am I doing here? Did I get distracted wandering off out of the safe zone again? Ugh, you know, probably where he's sick. I'll have to thank her first. We need to hurry back to the Drift Downs before some terrifying creature tries to ruin our day. Oh. Oh, great. I have to figure out how to get back. You stand right next to me. There we go. Okay, we're done. Welcome back. Glad to see you're both in one piece. Forgive me, I was so focused on the plans, I nearly wandered headfirst into danger. If you hadn't set this kind stranger my way, there's no telling what may have happened. Now I better document my findings before I forget. Thanks again, friends. Alright. Oh. Sorry about him. He grew up in Everkeep, you see. So he's not used to seeing plants in their native habitat. Heritage found is rather unique in that regard. 30 years ago, when the geography changed, vast swaths of native flora died out, while the rest were forced to mutate drastically in order to survive. Worthy of studying, I'm sure. Still, you ought to know it's not safe out here. I wish you wouldn't be so careless. In any case, I'm grateful for you for keeping him safe. And seeing as he didn't think to reward you for it, I suppose I'll have to do it. I swear he'd forget his head if it wasn't a charge. Alright, that's it. So now we have the quest of Heritage Found done. So I'm gonna probably teleport here, and I'll take a quick break again. And then I'm going to probably full focus on trying to get all of it done finally. Because we got to get this done. The Heritage Farm found double check. Okay, yeah. And I didn't find any here, right? So, yeah, okay, so I have to go out there all the time. Once again, the place is split in two. So where one side has 5, the other side has 5. So, yeah. Alright. Quick break. Clean and stuff.